Hello and welcome to 21st Century. I'm Daljit Dhaliwal. Rocked by political and economic insecurity, rural Egypt is a hard place to build a good life. But a new approach to combating poverty is bearing fruit. The women of El Edwa crowd the streets, selling food to their customers, and in turn providing a small income for themselves and their families. Economic activity in markets like this around the world often mark a community's strength and vitality. But what happens when resources are scarce? Life has never been easy for Nadia Fauzi, first living on her husband's meager earnings as a school janitor.
كان يجي يقول لي هاتي من اللي انت عايزه تجيبي منه بكده وقلت له لا ده انا امشي على قد.
And then, after he died from leukemia in 2007, leaving her struggling even more to support herself and her 5 children. Making sure they all went to school has always been a priority, despite its cost.
يعني حتى بعد ما مات كان فايت لي الاثنين دول لما يتعلموا. فجيت بقيت اقول له كفايه الاثنين الكبار ودول مش هقدر تعلمهم كان هو عيان. قال لي لا تعلميهم وخليكي معاهم. فكرت ان انا اعمل اي حاجه اوكل منها العيال. اعمل اي حاجه عشان لا يروحوا للعمهم ولا لخالهم ولا لاي حد. يعني انا اقوم بهم. انا امهم واقوم بهم ما حدش يصرف عليهم الا انا.
A difficult task on her small income from selling chickens. Deep in debt, she knew she had to find a way to boost her small poultry business. But how? Nadia lives in Upper Egypt, one of the poorest regions in the country. Located about an hour's drive south of the capital, Cairo, it's called Upper Egypt because it's upriver as the Nile flows and has been left behind in terms of development. But now efforts are underway to change that by raising the community's self-sufficiency and helping to build up small businesses like Nadia's. The HAYAT Human Security Project in Upper Egypt aims to give people a chance to impact policy and to change lives. With support from the United Nations Trust Fund for Human Security, the project offers the people of Upper Egypt help like agricultural training and business development advice. Medhad Rashid is a HAYAT field manager.
The goal of HAYAT project is to enhance the livelihood of those most vulnerable and also is to establish social safe nets for the people out there.
People like the widow and chicken trader Nadia. Realizing that her business could never grow if she continued to pluck chickens by hand, she pooled money together with neighbors in a village and savings and loans group, one of the many in the region established by HAYAT, and bought a plucking machine. A son who received career advice from the HAYAT project helps out with Nadia's business alongside his wife. Nadia's plucking machine has eased her workload and also boosted revenue, allowing her to better provide for her family, an example of how small-scale technology is improving lives.
فمن ساعة ما جبت المريشة فابتديت إن أنا أبيع شوية. يعني جابت لي زباين أكتر المريشة.
Savings and loans groups like these provide critical funds, helping thousands of women build businesses and pull themselves out of the most punishing poverty.
Starting your own business, even at this micro level, is one of the livelihood sources that we are trying to advocate for. If you could find a way to have a secured income, you will have the chance to educate your children, to have your food security, to have your habitat security and many other threats you can face.
In 2010, the Arab Spring swept across the region, including Egypt, toppling presidents and changing regimes. Hopes were high that the benefits of the revolution would filter down to local people like those in Upper Egypt. But because of the subsequent instability, tourism revenue has shrunk in recent years, as has investment and government jobs. And economic conditions across the country have got even worse, making people's lives even more unstable.
Maybe human security in conflict zones will mean security from wars or whatever. In Egypt, actually, human security is very much linked to economic security.
Dr. Khalid Abdel Halim works at the Egyptian Ministry of Local Development.
In Upper Egypt, it's a big struggle to make a living. There is a great lack of investment, which actually, it's not a matter of lack of natural resources or economic opportunities. It's just a matter of cultivating these opportunities.
أكتر حاجة الناس محتاجاها مش حاجة واحدة، في حاجات كتير الناس محتاجاها. محتاجة الاهتمام بالتعليم، بالصحة، الاهتمام بالزراعة، اهتمام يعني كذا حاجة احنا محتاجينها يعني.
Gamal Khalaf also lives in Upper Egypt in the village of Batibat, a respected local leader and father of 3. Gamal serves on the Village Human Security Forum, part of the HAYAT project, one of 6 new grassroots community groups designed for locals, both men and women, young and old, to take the lead in their own community's development.
أنا حاسس إن مسؤوليتي، أنا حاسس إن وجودي في اللجنة دي مسؤولية كبيرة وربنا يعيننا عليها.
The HAYAT project aims to empower communities with multiple interventions that support people's human security in the broadest sense, from jobs to health and education. Gamal's group moved quickly to address the need for blackboards in schools and improved water connections.
It gives people hope that things can change, even in the smaller scale. So it's not all national planning, it's not all national visioning, but it's also something practical on the ground.
But like Nadia, Gamal's own business also needed some help getting off the ground. Like most people in rural Upper Egypt, Gamal works the land. But he says farmers like him face many challenges.
طبعا عندنا إمكانيات بالنسبة للزراعة ضعيفة، ما عندناش التكنولوجيا اللي هي المتقدمة بالنسبة للزراعة.
As well as cultivating his fields, Gamal is a date farmer. Today, he climbs one of his palm trees to pollinate its flowers, so in the months to come, he can harvest its fruit, hundreds of dates. But now there is a new risk to his crop, the invasive red palm weevil, which eats away at trees from the inside, devastating local date production and eventually killing the trees. About 30% of the palms in the region have been affected, including some of Gamal's trees.
من حوالي 5-6 سنين الإصابة دي أنا كنت أول مرة أشوفها، اللي هي السوسة.
Conventional treatments are time-consuming and labor-intensive. But after the HAYAT project introduced Gamal to a different and more effective way to fight the weevil, he quickly went to war. Boring into the trees and inserting pesticide with this simple hydraulic device, Gamal rescued his trees.
لكن الجهاز بحط من 3 ل5 لتر في النخلة في أقل من ربع ساعة أو في ربع ساعة تقريبا.
And Gamal doesn't just treat his own palms. He designed and fabricated 3 additional machines, which he now hires out to other farmers in need. It's another example of how low-scale technology helps local people overcome problems and lead more secure lives. And date production in the area is once again on the rise. Once grown mostly for personal consumption and a modest village trade, the newly formed HAYAT Date Company is now capitalizing on this regional treasure, expanding to international markets with improved processing and packaging, and increasing income for all involved. As one of 30 partners in the company, Gamal consults with farmers, advising them how to combat the weevil. And just as his hydraulic device improves production both for individual farmers and the company, Nadia Fauzi's new kitchen appliance has also given her hope for the future.
مشروعنا بني برضه ثقة أكتر ويعني لو محل الواحد يعرف يفتح ويشتغل فيه أو يجيب جري والمريشة كده فريزر يعني تبقى كويسة تساعد معايا شوية.
Nadia and her family now lead the community savings group, and she hopes the fortunes of all participants are now starting to change. Both she and Gamal reflect the shifting attitudes of Upper Egypt and its embrace of entrepreneurship. A mindset Gamal believes will improve not only the lives of his children, but everyone who lives here.
ريادة الأعمال بالنسبة لي حاجة جديدة ممكن الواحد يتقدم بيها أو يعمل بيها شغل جديد أو يتفوق بيها أو يتقدم بيها في العمل بتاعه.
And he hopes, through these advances, that he and his family have a future in these lands.